How you doing, YouTube? This is Will from Will Development. I am doing a quick video to talk about my workouts and the way I'm doing my workouts now. I am tired of having baby bitch legs, small shoulders. Well, that's about it. That's really the biggest drawbacks of my body, and kind of a chubby waist too. Tired of having it. Now, the waist size will just naturally disintegrate, if I may, as I lose body fat, which will happen over the course of the next few weeks and months, and hopefully not years, but you know. Who knows? I do. It won't take years. Fuck that. So I want to talk about my workouts. I promised in my last update video that I'd talk about them. So here I am talking about them. And sorry, I need to just hang like a stopwatch right here on my camera. That way I can look down. The dumbest thing is camera. It might just be a setting, and I'm stupid. Which is probably the case. It doesn't display the time I've been recording for on the screen. It seems like a very big drawback to me. But I got my watch, which fucking broke this week. You notice my fucking tan line is ridiculous. Where my watch always is. I'm not out in the sun without a watch. I go to the beach with the watch on, especially the beach, because skin there's so tender now. You notice I got a black spot that's actually a tattoo. It's a bass clef. Play bass. So there's that. This isn't about that though. This is about my workouts. I apologize. I need to close this fucking screen because this beautiful man in the screen keeps distracting me. Whew. Okay. Better. So my workouts, what I used to do for my workouts is I actually had the reps and sets with the exercises all set out, one day through 1 through 5. And I would basically hit, not the bro couples, back by, chest try, that sort of thing, legs, abs, that sort of thing. I didn't do that. I did kind of, what I wanted to do was aim for a certain amount of sets, a certain amount of reps per body part, per body area, really. And I would strive for that throughout the week. Not necessarily per workout. Doing it this way makes it easier for me to, one, recover on a specific exercise, so my gains will go up in them and that sort of thing, more fluidly. Because that's the thing. I was talking to Doug Harney, the guy I mentioned. He's a great guy, when I went to go chat with him for the first time in a couple of years. Very, very, very cool dude. I love him to death. I really do. But him and I, we got into a conversation. We both understood the idea that the way working out works, people, when they first start out, they think it's a compounding equation that keeps going up. Well, that's not the case at all. It's more like an X that constantly moves, and it can actually dip down and then come back up and that sort of thing, because you have weight you can move. Well, there's no X. What the fuck am I talking about? Dumbass. Alright, so you got the line going up, and people think it goes up. It's at first, that's exactly how it works. When you first start working out, you'll be benching 110 pounds, let's say. Within the first few months, you'll already be up to like 170, 180 maybe even, depending on how much you work out, how much rest, how good your nutrition is, how much sleep you're getting, that sort of thing. A lot of factors. Genetics, obviously, that sort of thing. But once you hit that plateau, you're going to stay there for a little bit, and you're going to have to change what you do to break through that plateau. Now, how fast you break through plateaus is really dependent on a few things. Genetics always play a role. And all that other bullshit when you first started also plays a role too. Sleep, all that good stuff. But one of the biggest roles is actually how much you change your workouts, how much variety you use. Because let's say you're benching. Let's say you just started benching 2 plates for 10. Let's say you do 225 for 10, right? Pretty respectable for just a regular Joe, that sort of thing. So you're pushing 2 plates for 10, but you can't get past that. You put on more weight, and you can't even get to 6 with, even 230. Let's say 225 for 10 is like it, and for some reason you break the laws of 1 rep maxing. Let me change it a little bit. Let's say 225 is your max, right? You push 225 for 1. Absolute max, right? So most people will continue to train the way they train, which is, if you're a power lifter, it's something along the lines of starting the weight high or starting the weight low and working your way up higher, and you do less reps as you get higher in the weights. Most people will do that as power lifters, or just strength training in general, more like. These are very broad statements, and let me finish before you get too angry at me. I fucking understand exercising, okay? I understand working out and modalities and all that shit. I really do. So just let me finish before you just say this kid's a fucking retard and he doesn't know what he's talking about. So just let me finish. Whereas a bodybuilder, you'll usually do, the standard 8 to 12, 4 sets, that sort of thing. 8 to 12 reps, 4 sets, that sort of thing. And that's fine. That'll get you good size. It'll get you even some strength gains too in there. And then there's like shit tons of other methods and things, if you're a endurance athlete, you do 100 push-ups, shit like that, 1,000 push-ups, all that crazy shit, just reps on reps with like almost no weight, that sort of thing. Fine, 5x5 method, that sort of deal, great. Eventually all of these ideas and programs, I'm gonna put those just call those programs for now, will stop working. That's just how it works. And Doug, he made a good point. And I mean, you think about it too, because you read the magazines, Flex, Muscle, and Fitness, no offense to them. They are reporting what they're told, I'm sure. And this means no offense to the bodybuilders they're getting this information from, because you can't give away all the secrets, I guess. They tell you, they tell the public, they tell you, they tell me, Kai Green is doing bench press 8 to 12 reps for 4 sets for his chest, and he's doing flies. He does 4 exercises for his chest, and he does them all in the same exact manner. Okay, so that's what he did for the last 25 to, he's almost 40, so 20 something years, coming up on 30 years, he's been doing that the exact same way every time, and he got as big as he is just by doing this. Stop right there and just think, that's horseshit, because you have to understand that's horseshit. Because think about it, if it was that fucking simple, you just had to do 8 to 12 reps on bench, and eventually you'd be benching 400 or 500 pounds, wouldn't everybody be benching 400 pounds by the time they were 20? By the time they were 30? But everybody isn't, are they? And everybody doesn't have fucking 23-inch arms. I wonder why not. Probably because that's not what they do. It's not what anybody does. It's not, well, a lot of people actually do that, but it's not what you should be doing. You should be mixing your shit up quite a bit. How much? That really depends. You have to experiment on yourself and figure that out on your own. Or if you have a trainer, that's their job to figure that shit out. They have to look at how your body's responding, how you say your body's responding, and all that good stuff. So, obviously getting a trainer it's an assistance for you. It's just that simple. So, this might be a 2-parter, by the way. I think I might just do this in a 2-parter. Explain all this stuff and then jump into what I'm doing. Yeah, I think I'll do that, because I'm already at 9 fucking minutes, so, because I talk too goddamn much. So you have that. These guys obviously didn't do 8 to 12, 4 sets for 30 years to get where they are. Take the steroids out of the equation, take the synthol out of the equation, because the IFBB pros, they do localized injections to shape their muscles differently and that sort of thing. It just is what it is. But you still couldn't fucking do what they do. You know what I mean? You can't do, you're gaining muscle and not gaining fat at the same time. It's very challenging. It takes a lot of discipline, a lot of hard work. So, don't negate it just by, steroids. Fuck you. Go take steroids. Go get them. They're not that hard to get. Get a doctor. and have them do a testosterone test, and they'll determine your testosterone's low, and they'll put you on testosterone. That's what steroids are, basically. And it'll be relatively safe because it's under the supervision of a doctor. And then tell me in a year, are you a fucking IFBB pro? It won't be that simple, will it? Do they help? Hell yeah, they help. Fuck yeah, look at all those dudes. Of course they help. You know, look at powerlifters, look at strongmen. That shit helps, but... And sorry if I'm breaking your fucking heart by you hearing that they're using performance-enhancing drugs. Yeah, holy shit. Who isn't? You know, these people are incredible, and they're pushing their bodies to be even more incredible. It's that simple. But this isn't about steroids. Have I done a steroid rant? I don't know if I have. I'll do a steroid rant someday. I really will. Because fuck everybody who says steroids are cheating. And I got a couple videos I want to do. I'll probably record a few tonight. This is a two-parter. So this is part one where I just talk about the kind of bullshit you're fed into thinking this, that, and the other about how stuff works, basically, from the fitness industry. Which is sad, but you fucking read it, you buy it, so, you know, why change it? It's a good place to stop, because I'll jump back in on the next part. So again, Will from Will Development. Like, comment, subscribe to this video. Part 2 will come out probably the next day after this one. And, no, it will come out the next day after this one. Fuck that, it will. Check me out on Facebook, facebook.com/willdevelopment, Instagram @willdevelopment, Twitter @willdevelopmnt. Links are all down below. Like, comment, subscribe on this video. And if you don't see part 2, then what's your excuse?